Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
A packed Friday show for you, and I'm going to try to figure out where that echo is coming from you. Adrian, make sure it's not an audition back in the studio, because I'm in Boise, Idaho. It's got a double dose of Boise State tomorrow. Lobo men will host the Boise State Broncos back there in the pit. Lobo women will play Boise State at 1 o'clock right here on East Sports. And well, first off, Ned, good morning, man. How you doing?
Hey, good morning. Glad to be back in the land of enchantment. Good to see you, man.
It's good to see you, too. You're finally back, man. I'm the one that's out of town with this road trip for the Lobo women. We played at Wyoming Wednesday night, got the victory by 7, 4-game win streak for UNM. Boise State has an 8-game win streak. We'll get into plenty of basketball. We got Jeff Greimer joining us at 9 o'clock this morning as well to discuss the Lobo women trying to bounce back from what happened on Wednesday night against Utah State. We'll dissect some of that game and the feedback from the coaching staff, but also the fan base. There's a lot of interesting questions coming out of the game, and I want to get to what the fans are saying, and also how the Lobos can rebound and get one back against Boise State. We beat them here in Idaho earlier this season.
Yeah, that was a tough one to watch. You know, just in the pit, the crowd, everybody was excited about this team and where this team looked like it was headed. Just unfortunately came up short in a big way, which doesn't happen that often in the pit. So it begs the question, what's going on with this team? And I understand that. But at the same time, we have to realize that this is a team that's just recently been put together, and we're going to have to kind of get used to how this team is going to respond when things like this happen. I mean, it's a young team, and we need to realize that this is a young team, and they're going to have their ups and downs as the season goes on.
Well, it's going to be really hard to think about that as it, being an ups and downs at this point in time, given the fact how much basketball they've already played at this point in the season. We'll get into that. I'm desperately trying to figure out where this echo is coming from, Adrian, so everyone's hearing that, and I apologize about that. We're going to try to get that fixed as soon as possible because no one wants to listen to that, and that's understandable. But, Ned, we got the Super Bowl on Sunday. Seattle and New England, and this is one where I pause because everyone's on Seattle. And usually when that happens, the underdog finds a way, and even when you're an underdog in the Super Bowl, it's really a very good team, as are the New England Patriots. But when you look at this game on Sunday, what are some of the things that jump out to you about this matchup?
Well, it's two, kind of sort of inexperienced teams. I mean, I think it's one of those games that it's not getting a lot of buzz because they're these are two teams that nobody really expected to get this far, and nobody wants to really say that. But that's the quiet thing out loud is that this is a team that no one expected to get to the Super Bowl, and with the young quarterback in New England, and Sam Darnold and his ups and downs over his career. I think a lot of people just didn't really anticipate, and there's not really kind of this buzz. How I see the game, I mean, it's always with me. Offense is how you sell tickets, and this is probably why the game doesn't get any buzz because there's no offensive. And I'm going to say something provocative right now. A lot of people may not agree with me, but there's not a top 10 player on the skill positions. There's not a top 10 quarterback. There's not a top 10 running back. There's not a top 10 wide receiver on either one of these teams.
Right there, real quick.
I know it's provocative.
Who's
we'll get to that.
Offensive player of the year last night?
What do you mean? Who was the offensive player of the year?
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah, but do you consider him a top? I mean, that's debatable. I mean, yeah, he won the
100%.
award. He won the award, yeah, but if we started talking about receivers, is he going to come up with the top guys? Okay, he's going to come up now. He won the MVP because he had a good year. But when you start talking about the premier guys in this league, his name doesn't jump out at you. And that's fine. He won MVP, and that's great. He's had a great season. He's a great player. But I think that's where the buzz comes from is on offense. You sell tickets on offense. I mean, nobody's saying, "Hey, I can't wait to see Jackson Smith and Jigba in the Super Bowl." It's one of those games where there's not a marquee guy, and so that's why an offense is how you sell tickets. I mean, it's a Super Bowl, so people are going to watch, but that's why there isn't quite the buzz. But defense is how you win the games, and this is a staunch Seahawks defense, and I think a lot of people are excited by the fact that they think that New England is going to do pretty good against this vaunted Seattle Seahawks defense. And then special teams is how you win championships. And then Shaheen, the Boise State kid, who's the kick returner, punt returner guy, who's supposed to be special, has been fantastic this year. So those are the three elements that I see within this game. But at the same time, like I said, the buzz around the marquee guys, which are typically offensive guys, isn't quite there. And so I know a lot of people want to push back against that, because everybody is has Jackson Smith and Jigba as their number one receiver in the NFL this year. But at the same time, and I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying that at all. But he's not the marquee name that most people kind of anticipated hearing. And I think that's what's not really lending the Super Bowl to a lot of fanfare and a lot of people kind of coming out saying that this is going to be one of the games they can't wait to see. Okay, we've lost JJ's sound here for a minute, but just getting back to this Seattle Seahawks and New England Patriots game, we're going to have to find out exactly where this team and New England is, because they're not the favorites, and a lot of people are trying to figure out what kind of Seattle Seahawks team that the Patriots are going to face this week. The Patriots, of course, won the AFC, and a lot of people are saying that this. Oh, there you go, JJ. You're back. Go ahead. Yeah, I think we still have the echo. At the same time, the Seattle Seahawks defense and the New England and Patriots offense. That's going to be the main topic in this game, because the Seahawks defense is just a formidable team. I think the defense speaks for itself, being the top-ranked defense in the NFL this year. Seattle will be a tough out. I mean, it's going to be a tough out. Sam Darnold's playing much better this season than he's played in the past. I think the Seattle Seahawks really are going to rely on his leadership in this game. I mean, it starts, with the offense not turning the ball over and kind of owning field position. And that's something that I think Darnold has mastered this season. So as we move forward in this game, I think Drake May, he's got a bit of an injury that no one's really talking about. He's mentioned it, but he said in no way will that affect his performance this week and in this game. So we'll see, because like most teams in the Super Bowl, it's going to come down to just a few plays. I mean, I think a few plays will turn this game, especially when you have a great defense like Seattle. That's why I think they've been picked as the favorite, because if there's a turnover and there's a young quarterback and Drake May, if he does some little thing that kind of causes this defense to waver, causes this New England offense to waver a little bit, I think Seattle will take advantage of that. That's one of those things that we're going to have to wait and see. And Drake May, he's a good young QB. And like I said before, I don't believe, and JJ kind of pushed back a little bit, that either team has a top 10 skilled guy, quarterback, receiver, or running back. Even though Jackson Smith and Jigba, yes, he won.
That dude.
Okay, go ahead, JJ.
Jackson Smith and Jigba is absolutely that dude. who's a top 10 offensive player. He's the offensive player of the year this season.
Yes.
Now,
I
to
get
your
that.
point, I think a lot of people just started to know him this year. He's huge in the fantasy football community, but he is a legit number one wide receiver. Look what Sam Darnold has done. You give him an alpha. You look at last year with Justin Jefferson, this year with Jackson Smith and Jigba. He can be a playmaker. We're going to take this break. I'm going to try to figure out my communication issues because I'm excited for today's show. We have a lot going on. Scheduled to talk with a legend. Because when you were a head coach for 16 years in the NFL, you get that status. Marvin Lewis is scheduled to join us coming up at 7:30. He won a Super Bowl as defense coordinator with the Baltimore Ravens. He's coached at the University of New Mexico. Experienced, knows what's up. Excited to have that conversation with him coming up at 7:30. 9 o'clock, Jeff Grammer, Albuquerque Journal. We're talking a little bit basketball. He's the quarterback, Ned James. It's JJ Buck with you. It's the opening drive here on the Sports Center.
What's up, guys? David.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Poked away by Bishop. Bishop takes off. Here comes the money. Up and in. Taylor. Well, here's Bishop once again. Little scoop and score. Back-to-back steals and scoop and scores.
Mieta, catch and shoot. Yes, nylon. First field goal of the night for Jace Mieta.
Chavez, coast to coast, takes it himself. Blocked at the rim.
I tell you, went against those trees and
changing threes. Bramlett swings at left wing. Cooper, he'll take a triple and rattle it in.
Uqueba heating it up right now.
Rifle that one ahead to Deshler, who skips it across the baseline on a catch and shoot for Willis. Gets it back, a kick, open look, high arcing three, rattles in for Grace Baca.
Cleveland need a basket right now.
Way outside on the wing, it's Bracken. Now here's Bowie for three. Swish, Bowie.
He hurt. I think that, Hope would be elite ahead right now.
Campbell for three, knocks it down. Can't connect. Offensive rebound, another block for Huron.
Always in the right place at the right time.
Block, the rebound put up. That's off the mark by Weddle. Here comes the break now for Bramlett. Lob underneath, slam, dunk. Hunter Butler.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time.
Cannot wait. Got a big Friday for you. I want to hear from you. 505-246-0610, Sports Animal Hotline and text line today. Bruin James, get us started on this Friday. What's up, man?
Okay, I know who's going to win the Super Bowl. It's going to be the NFL. It's rigged. It's rigged. NFL's going to win. They're going to make a lot of money.
Then who's going to win if it's
rigged? It's a beautiful day here in SoCal. You guys have a great day there in Albuquerque. Take care, guys. Bye.
I'm going to say it's not rigged. I'm going to start there.
If you're going to say it.
Things happen in sport, sure.
Yeah.
But I don't think.
If you say it's rigged, you got to pick a team at least. Jeez.
Who's it rigged for?
Yes, exactly.
This is exactly what the NFL is thinking. You know, we're going to rig this entire process, not have Josh Allen in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
Had one stolen away from him in Denver. Not figure out a way to get Lamar Jackson there. You look at the NFC, the MVP was who? Matthew Stafford this season. He got beat by Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. But it's a fantastic way to rig it if that's the case.
Right. And Bruin James, I mean, the conspiracy theorist people, boy, I mean, the tinfoil hat guys are in abundance in this country. I guess it's old guys, man. JJ, you have to forgive me. I'm sorry. It's my compadres. It's us guys. It's older guys that believe in all the, the UFOs and the spaceships and all those kind of things coming in. So you just have to forgive us, and you young guys, just kind of guide us a little bit, please.
Well, we'll do what we can. And, you look at this game, too, and you have the offensive player of the year in Jackson Smith-Njigba, who was phenomenal. He had 1,793 receiving yards, set a new franchise record for Seattle, scored 10 touchdowns. You got the coach of the year in Mike Vrabel. For me, it came down to two guys about to vote. I was looking at Mike Vrabel with what he did with that roster to get, and this is regular season too. You don't take into effect the postseason. And I thought Liam Cohen in Jacksonville, even though he had Trevor Lawrence, a more experienced quarterback versus his second-year quarterback in Dre May, these are two teams that were 4-win teams last year that flipped it and won double-digit games.
But also, the guys in Chicago did a great job too. I mean, there's a lot of really good coaches out there. I'm glad to see in the NFL the trend, the younger guys coming in now and having success and being able to maintain careers. Starting with McVay. This guy, the McDonald guy in Seattle, he's deserving as well. But it's just this trend now, this new age football. These young guys are coming in. I mean, what McDonald's doing in Seattle with this defense is really interesting. I'm curious to see how in a game like the Super Bowl, how this defense holds up. I know they've got some injuries. They've got Nick, the safety is nicked up a little bit. Nicked up in the Seattle secondary, so that may cause a little consternation for them. But I do believe that defense is how you win it, and it'll be interesting because Vrabel's a defensive guy as well, and he's fairly not young, but he's fairly new into this head coaching thing. So it should be an interesting game. I mean, I'm curious to see how the quarterbacks do, but at the same time, I understand with the picking of these MVPs and the likes, it's a popularity contest, and you do have to be a likable guy, and I think these young guys are guys that are showing their wares and showing some personality, and I think it's shown with the kind of success they're having.
What I think is really interesting about this is the head coaches, and both of them being defensive guys. And in a league that we everything turn offensively, the offensive coordinators are always the young guys getting head coaching jobs, and then we have defense as head coaches.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I mean, like I said, I think defense is how you win anyway. I mean, offense, like I said, people may not agree why this Super Bowl is not as popular because we don't have the flashy offensive guys that you typically have in a Super Bowl preview. And that's why, I think, it's interesting how these defensive guys, if you're able to kind of control the game with the run game, which most defensive guys want to see, and that's what they worry about more than anything when you're coaching defense is stopping the run. And that's why these defensive guys have had some success. I thought, even though they didn't have the success last year, Washington, when they had the rookie quarterback, the first year he got to the NFC Championship game, because I knew they were going to run the ball, and I knew the kid Daniels was talented, and if he just didn't turn it over and they can get their run game, and they incorporated him a little bit in their run game, and that's the new age football where you're incorporating these quarterbacks in the run game. As valuable as they are, I mean, they're still, the coaches are trying to win the game, so they're using them to win games. The athletic quarterback is a lot more valuable, I think, now, even though I'm still a traditionalist, JJ. I'm still an old guy. I like that pocket quarterback. This is what's benefiting these defensive guys if they're able to kind of, harness this run game and turn down on cut down on turnovers and slow the game down a little bit. I think this is how they're winning these games, and I think that's a testament to, like you said, why these two defensive coaches are in the Super Bowl.
We do have that balance between Drake May and Sam Darnold in this game. Sam Darnold, the traditional pocket passer, going to win there. Drake May's been better in the pocket, but his athleticism was a big reason they won the game. Because of able to get outside the pocket and off weapon.
Yeah, and that's what they talk a little bit about, the off-schedule plays that these guys are making with their legs. And, typically guys want guys who are a little bit more mobile. And so, the mobility part is to avoid the rush a lot of times and still get the ball off down the field. But in some cases, they're using their legs to add to that rushing attack, and that's where, I think the game is won. If you cut down on, the percentages of things going wrong with the ball, because the ball is the issue, and when you throw it, there's some things that could happen when you're throwing it that, typically don't really necessarily happen when you're running the ball. And that's turning the ball over. And so that's why I think a lot of guys are kind of, they lean more towards the athletic running type. But I'm still a guy, I'm a Jared Goff guy, squeeze the ball, throw from the pocket, the Peyton Mannings, the Tom the Cheater Brady guys that can stay in that pocket and kind of, throw that ball on third down are still guys that I think, and that's why Matthew Stafford, who's a pocket guy, won the MVP. I mean, he plays from the pocket. He's not and these guys are playing longer and longer, these quarterbacks, these old guys. You got, Phillip Rivers coming off the couch. You know, he's been on the couch 5 years. And people are saying, "Oh, he played high school there." You know, I think, give me a break. You know, there's no guy who's coaching high school, you know, coming out and being able to play in the NFL.
You got a couple reps left in you.
You know, shoot, no. I mean, I could throw it. You know, I got probably 2 plays in me. You know, but it's got to be shotgun, and I wouldn't look half as bad as Phillip Rivers looked. You know, out of shotgun with his little quick drop back and throwing passes. But that's you know, it's really, you know, how the game it can be played, and that's it proves it when a guy can come off the couch at, you know, 65 years old on Medicare and play 4 games in the NFL. And Phillip Rivers, it just shows you that you know, that position is one of those positions that, you know, the athleticism is not necessarily mandatory.
We got a lot on deck for you this morning on the opening drive. We'll see coming back if it's me and Ned interviewing Marvin Lewis or just Ned James. We'll get this figured out. It's opening drive here on the Sports Channel.
Into nothing at all.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales,
About the quarterback Ned James with you this morning as we're a multi-city show. I'm in Boise, Idaho. We got basketball all week long. Louisville women play Boise State tomorrow. Louisville men host Boise State. Got the Super Bowl on Sunday. Your home course. The Super Bowl is the sports animal. And it's the final football Friday of the season when it comes to having a game on Sunday with Seattle and New England. Our next guest, I am super excited for this. The 2009 AP NFL Coach of the Year, a Super Bowl champ, a defense coordinator of the Baltimore Ravens, linebackers coach at, the University of New Mexico. And joining us now is Coach Marvin Lewis. Coach, good morning. We appreciate you joining us. And first of all, thank you for still talking to Ned James and allowing us this opportunity. How are you doing this morning, Coach?
I'm doing good. That's a good one there.
Yeah. Thanks, Coach.
Ned, when we came to Albuquerque and so forth, and everybody there that was Lobo when I came to Albuquerque, and there's still a special, place in the heart, because Ned knows how tough it was.
Oh, yeah. It was rough.
It was rough. I actually talked to his former teammate the other day, Terrence Mathis. So it's been a week of Lobos.
Coach, you look at that time in your career, you get done playing, you get into coaching, and you're bouncing around these stops. What was that like for you as you started your coaching journey?
Well, fortunately, I didn't have to bounce too many times, but no, it was fun. I remember how excited I was. I was coaching with Coach Mike Shepard at Long Beach State. I started my career at Idaho State, where I played, and then I got the opportunity to go to Long Beach, and then from there to New Mexico, where we actually had coaching gear and slacks and sweaters that matched, and it was a good time. It was an exciting time for the three of us that came with Coach Shepard from Long Beach State.
Yeah, Coach, just talked to one of your other former players yesterday, wide receiver Colin Lockett. I guess he was on he was one of your practice squad players when you're up in Cincinnati. He was the receivers coach here. Did a great job here. He's leaving us. He did a fantastic job for Coach Jason Eck here last season, and he's on his way to UCLA now as the receivers coach. And he told me to tell you hello and thank you for his opportunity to be on your team in Cincinnati. But I just want to hear a little bit about what your Super Bowl experiences were like, and most notably, which one was your favorite, and which one do you remember the most, and why do you think you remember that Super Bowl?
Well, it's a funny story. When I was with the Steelers, we lost to the Cowboys after the '95 season here in Phoenix at the Sun Devil Stadium, and after the game, you have a party. So I have a lot of good stories, but there's a party after the game, and the band performing for that party for the Steelers was Kool and the Gang.
Oh, wow.
Then we fast forward to the 2000 season when I'm in Baltimore and we win the Super Bowl versus the Giants, and we had, Joe Green and the Los Alamos Angels was our performing band.
Oh, wow.
And they sound a lot better.
Yeah. That's a great story. Los Alamos, New Mexico.
Yeah, no, I don't know what their name was, but they weren't famous like Kool and the